Hello, this is Richard. This is Games Freezer. Today, my friends, I'm not feeling too well, but do you know what's going to cheer me up? Atari 50, the anniversary celebration. That is what's going to cheer me up. So, we've got this 10-minute taster. We're going to dive right in and press enter to start. I've never played it before, and I've heard good things. So, fingers crossed it lives up to it. Have you played Atari today? Welcome to Atari 50. Begin your interactive journey through Atari history below, or jump straight to the game library at any time by pressing tab. What should we do? Shall I press tab first and see what we've got? Haunted Houses, Neo Breakout, so these are reimagined ones, Quadra Tank, Sword Quest Airworld. I think that's a new Sword Quest game, which is interesting. Touch Me, one or more players. That's interesting. LED handheld. Vector Sector, that's new. Yar's Revenge, a reimagined one. Aka R, unreleased prototype, interesting. Asteroids Deluxe. These arcade cabinets look great, by the way. Very nice. Black Widow. Breakout. What a classic. Centipede. Cloak and Dagger. Crystal Castles. Fire Truck. Food Fight. Revitar. iRobot. Liberator. Lunar Lander. Major Havoc. Maze Invaders, Millipede, Missile Command, love that game. Pong. I used to have Missile Command on my Atari XE GS. It was built in. It's like the built-in game, and I'd never played it until that point in the 90s, and I was hooked. Quantum, Space Duel, Sprint 8. Excuse me. Super Breakout, very cool. Tempest. Warlords. Here we go. These are 2600 games. Tic Tac Toe, Adventure, SC Battle, Asteroids. Oh, look at that. Confidential. Maybe you have to unlock those ones. Confidential. Nice. Canyon Bomber, Centipede, Combat. Love Combat. Confidential. Crystal Castles, Dark Chambers. The box art to these 2600 games is so iconic. Look at that. That makes you want to buy the game, even though it doesn't look anything like that. It's just, you used to see that on the shelf and just think, wow, I wish I had a 2600. I never owned one. Never have. Never ever owned one. Excuse me, I am suffering today. Right. Demons to Diamonds. Dodge 'em. Fatal Run. Never heard of that. 1990 on a 2600. Wow. Haunted House, Millipede, Miner 2049. That's a good one. Missile Command on the 2600. Outlaw, Quad Run, Confidential, Baseball, Basketball, Boxing, Football, Soccer, Tennis, Volleyball, Saboteur, Secret Quest, loads, isn't there? Solaris, Super Breakout, Surround, don't know what that is, never heard of that one. Sword Quest, okay, that's the original. Earth World, that one. Fire World, Water World. Oh, is this where you had to complete, it was, wasn't it? You complete the games to win a real world prize. First person to complete it. Warlords, Yar's Revenge, Bounty Bob Strikes Back on the 5200 now. I've gone, 26 to the 52. Millipede, Missile Command re-release, Star Raiders, Super Breakout, Asteroids. Here we go, 7800, Basket Brawl, Centipede, Dark Chambers, Fatal Run on the 7800. Ninja Golf, Scrapyard Dog, Basket Brawl on the Lynx. So we've gone 7800 to Lynx. Malibu Bikini Volleyball. It's an interesting choice. Scrapyard Dog, Super Asteroids and Missile Command, Turbo Sub, Bounty Bob Strikes Back. What are we on now? So we've gone links to Atari 800, Atari 800 Caverns of Mars, Food Fight. This XE game cartridge, that was what I could play on my XEGS, which was interesting. So the XEGS was set up like a console rather than a computer. Basically an Atari 800, but with a cartridge slot, a phaser, like a laser gun, tape deck, all the rest, all the best bits, and a keyboard as well. Connected to the console bit. It's a very cool little system. Mine a 2049er, yump, 2007 on the Atari 800. Here we go, look, Jaguar, Atari Carts, Club Drive, Cybermorph, Dino Dudes, Fight for Life, Missile Command 3D, that's interesting. Ruiner Pinball, Tempest 2000, very cool game. Trevor McFur in the Crescent Galaxy. Release date 1993, I never heard of that. Right, there you go. So, that's what we've got. So should we go Arcade Origins? And let's explore. In the beginning, in a world where pinball was king, two engineers dreamed that coin-operated games played on computers could become the next big thing. A company called Syzygy was where it all started. That's interesting. Okay, so what do I do now? Go there? Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I can move it with my direction keys. Okay, so Computer Space. First arcade game Computer Space was designed by Atari co-founders Ted Dabney and Nolan Bushnell and manufactured by Nutting Associates. It was based on the 1962 computer game Space War. So I can enter to zoom. Okay. And I can come back out. So that's a picture there. So does that mean I can go down? Alright. I'll see. So there's a timeline that goes across and then you can come down. Finding the first Computer Space. In the year 2000, former Atari employee Jerry Jessup saw a newspaper ad for a Computer Space machine in the Quonset hut on a sunflower seed farm in California. He found the first Computer Space machine ever manufactured. Right, so look.
For some reason, I'm looking through the San Jose Mercury in the just random stuff section for sale. And I see world's first video game Computer Space. No price, just call. I'm like, wow, I'm pretty interested in this. So I called the guy. I said, so you got a Computer Space? Yeah. He goes, yeah. First game ever. Okay, great. What color is it? And he goes, well, what color do you want? I'm like, wow, this is getting very interesting, because who has a whole bunch of Computer Spaces, and who would know that they came in all these different colors? He goes, I got a yellow, a solid blue, metal flake blue, and metal flake red. And he goes, a whole bunch of other games too. Okay, great. Want to come up and see them. These were in a Quonset hut on a sunflower seed farm off of Highway 80 in Dixon, California, halfway between, the Bay Area and Sacramento. And these things hadn't been moved in, probably since 1975. And so I got in touch with Nolan and showed him the pictures and scratched his head, and then like a light bulb went off in his head. He goes, these were Ted Dabney's. These were Ted Dabney's units. This was his route. When he left, he took a route that we had, and he goes, this yellow one's the first one. He goes, I know it. That yellow one is the very first one. I kept the first one, which is a beautiful yellow Computer Space, and I kept Pong number 46, and we got the rest of them running and working as good as we could. We got it all for $5,000. I don't regret the purchase one bit. Not for a minute.
Wow, what a story. That is so cool. Right, let's have a look. What's next? Al Acorn's business card. Dabney and Bushnell named their company Syzygy Engineering after a term for the direct alignment of the sun, the moon and the earth during an eclipse. Alan Alcorn, who had worked with Dabney and Bushnell at their previous workplace, was the first engineering hire at Syzygy. This was his business card during those early days. Is very cool. Right, okay, so escape to get out of that. Right, so we need to move along. Here we go. So, on June 27th, 1972, Dabney and Bushnell incorporated their company in the state of California, but the name Syzygy was already taken. Instead, they chose Atari, a term from the Japanese game of Go. The company briefly continued doing business under the name Syzygy, however. Oh, here we go, Syzygy 73. In rare footage from a 73 documentary titled Games Computers Play, we hear from a young Nolan Bushnell inside the Syzygy offices.
Well, I'd say 30 years to pretty much the present. The arcades have been relegated to the back rooms and the side streets and generally been an unsavory type of place. What we want to do is bring the amusement game to age. If we can give it a new zip and a pizzazz, it's going to be financially successful as well as, I think, a very serious part in the leisure time activity of the American people.
The marriage of traditional pinball machines and computer technology has resulted in the birth of a new breed of amusement games. And Nolan Bushnell is the man handing out the cigar.
Wow, look at all them pongs.
Bushnell has developed two such games, Computer Space and Pong, and believes that they and others like them will move the pinball industry out of America's bus stations and bowling alleys and into the space age. In 1971, Bushnell invented Computer Space, but sold production rights to Nutting Associates of Mountain View, California, for royalties based on the number of games sold. It proved a good deal for both parties. Sales already exceed 1,500 machines. Computer Space, like Pong, sells for around $1,000 and is played on the screen of a standard television set, which has been programmed to display the desired game. In Computer Space, the player controls a rocket ship, which is trying to shoot down enemy flying saucers while avoiding their missiles. If the player scores more hits than the enemy saucers, he gets one free play. By the time Bushnell invented Pong in 1972, he was able to form his own company, Syzygy Corporation in Santa Clara, California, to produce the game. He has already sold over 1,000 machines and expects to sell 10,000 in the United States by the end of the year. Pong, as the name might indicate, is a game of video ping pong. The two players turn dials which control their electronic paddles and volley with an equally electronic ball. The first player to score 15 points wins. While Bushnell did design and program both his games, the technology he uses dates back to the late 1950s. Thanks to research by the Defense Department in the wake of Sputnik, Bushnell is now able to act out his dream of a nation inhabited by thousands of Pong and Computer Space games.
The government spent millions of dollars on this technology, and as a result, now it's cheap enough that we can put it into a game and sell it for 25 cents for a few minutes and make $1 out of it. It's something that the research and development really was done many years ago, and now it's cheap enough that with PC boards and integrated circuits, we can use that technology to our advantage.
The basic electronic unit of Bushnell's games is the integrated circuit. Each of these small chips is capable of storing large amounts of information. The program for a game is determined by specific combinations of these units to form a PC, or printed circuit board. The printed circuit board then tells the TV screen what to do. A single printed circuit board is all that is required to operate Pong, whereas 15 years ago it would have taken enough tubes and wiring to fill an average house. Bushnell first saw the commercial potential of video games in a game called Space War, which has been played at computer centers around the country for several years.
We used to play Space War a lot at the AI project at Stanford, which is a big computer complex. And one day it just hit, this is a lot of fun. You ought to be able to package it and sell it for a price. And, one thing leads to another, and pretty soon, from doodling on a scratch pad, you're actually working out some basic block diagrams, and from there you think, boy, it's going to work.
Fantastic. It's like basically an interactive documentary, isn't it? The genius of Atari was to create a fully formed commercial game that was designed for the masses and accessible to the masses. Eugene Jarvis, creator of Defender. More than just a game company, it kickstarted Silicon Valley. A lot of what we think of in Sunnyvale is as a result of Atari. I think that ethos of creativity and openness that wasn't common back in the 70s and 80s, and yet Atari pioneered that. Wade Rosen, current CEO of Atari. Right, okay, so when do we get to play the games? Is there like a... So do I go... So say I wanted to play Pong, for example. I'd go over here. Oh look, I can play. So does that allow... Oh, I can only look at the computer space, but I can play. Right, let's play Pong. Pong is the game that launched the industry. Atari's founders, engineer Al Acorn, to create the game as a learning exercise, making its commercial success a very happy and lucrative accident. The strong National Museum of Play inducted Pong into its World Video Game Hall of Fame in 2015. Right, play game. Oh wow. Okay, so how do I... Okay, here we go. Yeah, no. That was a bit silly. It's 2 players, but there's obviously only one of me. How's the other person meant to play? First to 15, looks like I'm gonna win. Can I play against a computer? Right, let's escape. Reset game, screen mode, original, filter TV, border, reset game. All wide, original. Okay. Right. So can I go back to the timeline from here? Just want to go game, quit. Okay, quit. Yes. Back. Okay, so birth of Pong, promotional flyers, Pong doubles. Poppy Pong, never heard of that. Okay. Legend of the Broken Pong Machine, yeah. Can I play Space Race? No. Gotcha. Me. E-games. Tank. Oh look, here we go, Quadra Tank. Should we have a go on that? Celebrate Atari's 50th anniversary, Digital Eclipse has returned to the origins of combat with this 4-player reimagining of Tank. Love it. Players as individuals or teams have a choice of weapons, arenas, terrain and game modes, including Capture the Flag. Right, play game. Can I use my... Yeah, I can use the controller. That's good news. Start. 1.
Ready.
The old literal tank controls take a while. Oh. Where is everybody? Am I playing against anyone?
Laser.
This is pretty cool actually, I like this. There's no one, I'm not battling against anyone. Okay. Probably need more than one player to get going on that. Alright, okay, so let's go escape to get out. Excuse me. Quick game. Yes. Back. Okay. From transistors to CPUs. Home Pong, so that's the home Pong machines. Atari, pinball. Pinball problem. Atarians. Time 2000. Hercules, Airborne Avenger. Okay. Breakout. Let's play Breakout. Come on. Right. Single player brick breaking variation on Pong's ball and pedal mechanics. Let's do it. Okay. Player 1. Insert coin. That's LB. How do I don't get it. How do I start? Oh, okay. We're off. Such a simple game. Yet so enduring for all these years. Go on. No one enjoys them angles. Oh. Yeah, let's slide it down a bit. Oh no. That's it. Look at this. Oh, it's going a bit too crazy. To break through, don't I? God. That's it. Slowly, slowly, catchy monkey. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh no. Oh, saved it. Oh. What the hey? Well, that weren't too bad. 38. Right, okay, so. Out we come. Call it. Yes. Back. Right, back on the timeline. Clash of Cultures. Warner. Okay, so he took over. Give us some more games. See if I can get to Atari 2600. Oh, Super Sprint. This will be good. Give this a go. Zoom in, zoom out. Okay. Play. Oh no, it's got high and low gears. Yikes. Right. Oh no. Don't know how to play, but we'll see. Go. Take it, that red one is me. Oh, you change gear there. But how do I go forwards? Oh, space bar. Oh, right, okay, I'm using the directional keys. No, this is, you can't do this. I need to know how to change up the gear. What are you, little? No, I can't do that. Right. Okay. Atari video music. Fire truck. From 78. Superbug. Fire truck. Super Breakout updates the original. 3 games in one. A switch on the front of the unit let the player choose between 3 different games. It still had a black and white display with colour added via plastic overlays on the monitor. Didn't know that. Super Breakout. Lunar Lander. Tribute to the classic vector graphics era, Digital Eclipse presents Vector Sector, an original game developed in 2022 that blends the best elements of Lunar Lander, Asteroids and other vector-based arcade games into a single experience. Let's play that. Give it a go. Wow, this looks cool. Right, 1 player. Okay, move, yeah. And shield. Right. This is cool. Like the soundtrack. Whoa. Wave 1. Oh, what's this? What have we got to do? Land. Dang. Oh. I've got to land on SX. Right, my friends. I think I'm going to call a halt to it there. I've really enjoyed it so far. I'm looking forward to getting deeper into it. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, press like. Apologies for my feeling rough, but this has really cheered me up, if I'm honest. Very cool, interactive kind of Atari documentary. Yeah, press like on the video if you've liked it. Subscribe to our channel. Also head over to www.gamesfreezer.co.uk for many more Games Freezer articles. We're also on Twitter and Instagram at Games Freezer. Right, until next time, my friends, you'll be leaving me trying to work out what I'm meant to do on that lander part. Am I meant to just slow right down and land it, or what? Probably me just being silly. Anyway, until next time, it's goodbye. balls.